Long division with remainders using number chips. This is a digital lesson, and this one is Christmas themed. It's a lot of fun for the students. They can move these number chips around their screen in order to solve the long division problems. So the lesson starts with some vocabulary: dividend, divisor, and quotient, and then it shows students where each of these go in the division problem. So here's an example: 67 divided by 4. 67 is the dividend, goes in the box. 4 is the divisor, goes outside the box. So this first slide, slide 4, students are going to be moving these number chips into the correct place just to show where the numbers go in the division problems. So it's good practice, just reinforces for students where these numbers go. So they just click and hold on the edge, and then they can move these numbers into place. They're going to do the same thing with the other two problems. Now every slide has every number the students need. So as these problems get more difficult, students get toward the end of a slide and the numbers aren't working, they know they've made an error somewhere and they need to go back and check. So in that way it's self-checking. Then it gives students the acronym DMSBR, Dad, Mom, Sister, Brother, to help them remember the steps of divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Now we're just going to start with the first step, which is divide. So here we have 15 divided by 4. How many times does 4 go into 15? Well, it goes into 15 3 times with some left over. So the next slide is just going to be the division step. And there are only 3 choices, so that makes it a lot easier for the students. 5 goes into 27, 5 times with some left over. 7 goes into 69, 9 times with some left over. And 7 goes into 8 1 time. Now the next slide has the first 2 steps. So here they're given the problem 37 divided by 5. They know where the numbers go, so they're going to place the numbers first. Then they're going to divide. So 5 goes into 37 7 times with some left over. And then the second step after divide is to multiply. So they're going to multiply these numbers outside the box. 7 times 5 is 35. So that's just the first 2 steps. Divide, multiply. Now the next slide has the very same problem. This time we're going to add the next step, which is subtract. So again, they know where the numbers go. They're going to place the numbers. 37 divided by 5. It doesn't matter what the color is. So the division step is 37 divided by 5. 5 goes into 37 7 times. Now we're going to multiply. 7 times 5, the number's outside the box. 35. And then the next step is to subtract. So 37 subtract 35 is 2. And they're going to get their answer then of 7. So their answer's up here, their quotient 7, remainder 2. And they just follow the arrow that 2 moves down as their remainder. When this number becomes smaller than their divisor, then they're finished and that's their remainder. They're going to do the same thing on the next slide, this time a different problem. And they're going to place the numbers, they're going to divide, multiply, subtract, and then find their answer. Same thing on slide 10. Now when they get to slide 11, now they're going to bring down, they're going to use that last step. So they have a new problem, 73 divided by 4. 4 goes into 7 1 time. Multiply 4 times 1. Subtract is their next step. And then they're going to bring down that 3. Now they're going to start the steps all over again. Divide, 4 goes into 33 8 times. You're going to multiply these numbers on the outside. 8 times 4, get 32. Subtract, and they have their answer, their quotient of 18, remainder 1. And they get a little bit more practice doing this. They get to the end, tells them they did an excellent job, and they're finished. So this is the digital lesson, long division with remainders, the Christmas version.